All right, graph the equation y equals 4 over x. So an inverse graph. So that parent graph would look like y equals 1 over x. And if you take a look at those graphs, those are a graph where if I put in a 1, I get a 1. If I put in 2, I get a half. So it's getting, this is called an asymptote out here. This is approaching the x-axis. And the closer, you can't put in a 0 for x because you'd be dividing by zeros. So that's what's called an asymptote here, usually denoted with dotted lines. And then it goes on forever. They're getting closer and closer. And on the negative side, if you put in a negative little fraction, like 1 over a negative, really tiny, tiny fraction, because you flip it.
Please call 627 or stop by the main office. Nathan Anderson, please call 627 or stop by the main office. Nathan Anderson, please call 627 or stop by the main office.
So flip it and multiply, that's when it becomes a giant negative number. So this one fits right in here like this. And then if you think about, well, what's that 4 in the numerator? That's like you're doing multiplying by a scale factor here. So that's like if I took and multiplied by 4 over 1, so that would be like your stretch factor A out in front of this whole thing. So all that's going to do is make it steeper in here. So it's going to be steeper. And it's going to be a little bigger out here. Got that actually going on the wrong side. Steeper out there and a little bigger, so just above it in here. You know, at 1 anyway, it would be up at 4, and where this one was down at 1. And then the same thing in here, it's going to be inside of there, but still with those asymptotes that look just like that. So which one seems to be like that? Again, if I put in 1 here, my y should equal 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is going by 2's. So if I put in a 1, this is 2 here. But at 1, it should be at 4. So if I go to 1 here, I'm looking at those thinking neither one of those seem correct. And the other option, x can't be 0, that's correct. Which graph would it fit? If I put in a 1, y should be 4. If I put in, well, it can't, so y is positive. It's in, these are in the wrong quadrant is basically what that's showing. This one, I feel like if I put in a 1, 4 would be here though. Oh, 1 is right here. So 1's in between there, 4 would be up there. So yeah, this actually is the correct solution. First, I didn't think those points were matching up, but problem 4.1.18, the inverse relationship, and then they can throw on top of that all of your different types of transformations that can happen with your parent graphs.